It has been confirmed in the past couple hours by United States Defense Secretary Anthony Blinken. He has told the G7 that Iran and Hezbollah will likely be attacking Israel within the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, in addition to that, we're also hearing reports coming out that Benjamin Netanyahu is now officially declaring Israel is in a state of war against Iran's axis of evil. They are in a multi-front, multi-arena war against Iran and the axis of evil. And we had heard these warnings coming out. Various sources, I reported this to you just a few hours ago earlier today, were saying that Iran would likely be attacking within the next 24 to 48 hours. We had heard that it would be Monday. It is now Monday over in the Middle East. And they are saying that this has now been confirmed by the United States. The United States saying to the G7 groups to prepare for potential war breaking out in the Middle East between Israel and Iran within as soon as the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, it has been rumored that it could be the 12th or the 13th, but they're saying no, it could be quite a bit sooner, and to prepare for potential war breaking out here within the next day or two. Now, this comes as I mentioned, we had heard that Iran has dismissed all calls for them to de-escalate the situation. The United States, Arab nations, they're calling for restraint. And we're hearing that Iran has responded and said there will be no restraint. There will be retaliation, even if it sparks off war. The United States warned Iranian attacks will hamper the relations with the West. Israel is bracing for a multi-day assault. We're hearing that this is going to be significantly larger than what we have seen before. I'm going to give you more details as to what's coming out from Axios. Axios breaking the news that Anthony Blinken is now warning G7 nations to prepare for war to break out to new levels in the Middle East. Netanyahu consulting with defense chiefs, considering preventive measures at this time. And also, I shared with you earlier today as well that various nations around the world, they are saying evacuate Lebanon, the Middle East, Israel, various nations over there. They're saying get out now. They're saying if you have friends, family, loved ones in the Middle East, please contact them. Share right now. You need to get out. They said it doesn't matter where you go, book the soonest flight and get out while you can. And I've actually had people since I reported on that, just I think it was maybe about 5 or 6 hours ago, DMing me saying, this is accurate. They cannot get out of the airports. People are rushing, trying to get out. People letting me know that flights are being canceled, and they're saying they are trying to get out and evacuate the area because it looks like it is about to start. The war is about to break out. And now we have this confirmation from the United States saying to the G7 nations, warning them that war is about to begin. And also we have Benjamin Netanyahu, they're saying now declaring that Israel is at a state of war against Iran's axis of evil. So again, if you know anybody in those areas that might be over there for whatever reason, please let them know right away. Spread the word that they are saying to get out now because war will likely be starting within the next 24 to 48 hours. They're saying that is the soonest. Now, we will see. I will keep you up to date. If we go through the day tomorrow, Monday, and we go through Tuesday, and there is no official launch, I'll be sure to share. But we've heard that it could potentially be right now. It could be as soon as the 12th or the 13th. Now, this also comes as we're hearing the United States. They have been sending over fleets of troops over to Israel to help defend. And also, we're getting reports coming out that Russia is sending over massive weapon shipments to Tehran. As the United States is boosting their armies in the Middle East, Russia is doing the same, preparing to support Iran in their attacks. And also, I shared with you that just a couple days ago, we saw SJ Resolution 106, Senate and Joint Resolution, a joint resolution to authorize the use of the United States Armed Forces against the Islamic Republic of Iran for threatening the national security of the United States through the development of their nuclear weapons. This coming out as they are saying that Iran has been holding the United States accountable for the attack that took place, ending the lives of various Hamas and Hezbollah leaders. And Iran saying we hold the United States accountable, that you either didn't know, you are incompetent, or you're lying to us. And we have members of Congress now saying no. Iran should not be holding the United States accountable. We should be holding them accountable for allowing our allies to get hit by these groups. They're attacking them, and that we should be holding them accountable since they are the direct funders of these groups that are causing this. And so now the United States is proposing essentially this piece of legislation saying that we should have the right to hold them accountable and essentially declare war on Iran for their threats of attacks and also their nuclear weapons. So things are ramping up. Now I'm going to be sharing with you the latest, and as always, these are all cited in the description. I cite all the sources, provide the information so that way you can look it up for yourself. You can share this out with others. And again, if you know anybody that is in that area, please share this, spread the word. They are saying get out now while you can. We're already seeing runs in the airport, people trying to get out. The United States just confirming a couple hours ago, Anthony Blinken warning other nations that it looks like Iran and Hezbollah will be attacking. So do me a favor. I see we've got 2,412 people live with me in the room. Please hit that like button. All that does is spread this out further, even though this might not be the information that we want to hear, that there is potentially war going to be starting in the next 24 to 48 hours. It does help spread this out across the YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. So please do so. Also, to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. A lot of people letting me know that they have been unsubscribed multiple times. We're not sure what's going on. Maybe YouTube thinks that subscribers are bots. Maybe they don't like the information. I have no idea what is going on. But to stay up to date, hit the subscribe button, try turning on the notification bell. So that way, as we get updates pouring in, you will be notified on your phone of the latest. You can know what's going on. And again, all of these articles that I'm going to be referencing are linked in the description below. They're hyperlinks, so you can click it, go right to the articles. You can see that this one coming out from Axios, they were the first one to break the news. There are now several articles coming out across news media outlets about this call by the United States to watch for war as soon as within the next 24 to 48 hours. But Axios was the first one to break this, coming out 3 hours ago. I'm going to be referencing them, and also additional resources linked for you as well. People wanting to prepare for potentially what could be coming. Various resources linked down below, hyperlinks where you can purchase additional goods and things to make sure that you and your family are ready for anything. But with that being said, let me go ahead and get you caught up on the latest. Now, as I mentioned, this one coming out from Axios, and it says Secretary of the State Tony Blinken told his counterparts from the G7 countries on Sunday today, just about 3 hours ago, this was reported, that an attack by Iran and Hezbollah against Israel could start as early as Monday. 3 sources have been briefed on this call, and they are telling Axios. And we had heard that there were several different sources coming out on this maybe about 5-6 hours ago. Now it is being confirmed by Anthony Blinken from the United States. Blinken convened the conference call to coordinate with close U.S. allies, and he tried to generate last-minute diplomatic pressure on Iran and Hezbollah to minimize the retaliation as much as possible. He stressed that limiting the impact of their strikes is the best chance to prevent all-out war from breaking out. Now, Iran and its Lebanese ally, Hezbollah, they have vowed to respond to the assassination by Israel of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran and the Hezbollah military commander Fouad Shakur in Beirut. Now, just to clarify, Israel has neither confirmed nor denied that they took out the Hamas leader. Now, they did confirm that they took out the one in Hezbollah in Beirut, but that one is still not confirmed or denied. They're not really saying much about the Hamas leader. Now, the sources said that Blinken stressed that the United States believes Iran and Hezbollah will both be retaliating very soon. But unlike the Iranian attack against Israel on April 13th, in which Iran launched nearly 350 attack drones and missiles towards Israel, and Israel, the United States, and their allies all worked together to intercept most of them. Blinken said it's unclear what form of retaliation will be taking place here very soon. Blinken said that the United States doesn't know the exact timing of the attacks, but stressed that it could start as early as within the next 24 to 48 hours, meaning as early as Monday, the sources have said. The Secretary of the State told his counterparts the U.S. is making efforts to break the escalatory cycle by trying to limit the attacks by Iran and Hezbollah as much as possible and then restrain the Israeli response. Blinken asked the other foreign ministers to apply diplomatic pressure to Iran, Hezbollah, and Israel to maintain maximum restraint. Blinken told the G7 foreign ministers that the boosting of the United States forces in the region was for defensive purposes only. One source who was on the call said that Blinken sounded frustrated when he briefed the ministers on recent talks with Israel over a Gaza hostage and ceasefire deal. Blinken said the administration felt it was close to a breakthrough before the assassination in Tehran. Now a deal is needed more than ever, Blinken added. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller declined to comment. We express our deepest concern over the heightened level of tension in the Middle East, which threatens to ignite a broader conflict in the region, the G7 ministers said in a statement. We urge all involved parties to refrain from perpetuating the current destructive cycle of retaliatory violence, to lower tensions and engage constructively towards de-escalation. No country or nation stands to gain from further escalation in the Middle East. Now, the commander of the U.S. Central Command, General Michael Kirill, is expected to arrive in Israel on Monday tomorrow to finalize preparations with the Israeli Defense Forces ahead of the possible attack by Iran and Hezbollah, Israeli officials told News in Axios. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu convened a meeting on Sunday night with Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant and the heads of the military and the intelligence services. Iran and its minions are looking to surround us in a stranglehold of terrorism. We are determined to stand against them on every front and in every arena, near and far. Whoever seeks to harm us will pay a very heavy price, Netanyahu said at the meeting. Now, Gallant also spoke Sunday with the U.S. counterpart, Lloyd Austin. Other countries in the region are also bracing for dramatic escalation and scrambling to try to prevent it. Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi visited Tehran on Sunday in the first such visit in almost a decade. Jordan is concerned an Iranian missile and drone attack will pass through its airspace. During the April 13th attack, Jordan intercepted Iranian drones that were making their way towards Israel and allowed U.S. and Israeli fighter jets to use its airspace to intercept the Iranian drones and cruise missiles. Savadi met with acting Iranian Foreign Minister Ali Bagheri and passed along a message from King Abdul II to Iranian president, according to the Jordanian foreign minister's statement. I didn't come here to convey a message from Israel or to receive a message for Israel. I came here to express concern about regional escalation, he said in the meeting in Tehran. So this is the warning that's coming out. The United States, we're hearing, warning the G7, letting them know that Iran and Hezbollah could be attacking here within the next 24 to 48 hours. This has been confirmed. Now, a couple hours ago, I let you know that we had heard that this was coming out. These were rumors leaked out from the media that there was potentially attacks coming as soon as within the next couple of hours. It could be Monday. It's already Monday over there. We also heard other rumors that it would be the 12th or the 13th, but now the United States Defense Secretary coming out and saying it could be in the next 24 to 48 hours. So the warnings are out. Now, this comes as well as Netanyahu has declared Israel is at war with Iran. This one coming out 9 minutes ago, you guys. So this is coming out from Sky News. This is linked in the description below. I cite all the sources for you. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has declared that Israel is in a multi-arena war against Iran's axis of evil, targeting its affiliates, including Hamas and Hezbollah. The state of Israel is in a multi-arena war against Iran's axis of evil, Netanyahu said to his cabinet. We are striking hard at any of its arms. We're prepared for any scenario, both on the defense and the offense. I tell our enemies again, we will react and exact a heavy price for any act of hostility towards us from any arena. Tensions escalate after the assassinations of the Hamas and the Hezbollah leaders, both backed by Iran. Hamas and Hezbollah have vowed retaliation, accusing Israel of assassinating as cross-border fire continues and Israel braces for northern border tensions with Lebanon. Netanyahu has accused Hamas of stalling any deals to end the Gaza war and release their hostages 300 days after the conflict began on October 7th. Netanyahu said Israel agreed to an initial deal outline, but Hamas demanded more changes. The simple truth is that until this moment, Hamas has not agreed to most basic terms that we have outlined, he said. While we have not added a single demand to the outline, Hamas is the one demanding to include tens of changes. And so at this time, they're saying there is no agreement. Israel coming out and saying, Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, that Israel is at war with Iran and their axis of evil, and which is all of the proxies, Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, saying that they are prepared for war. And again, this being confirmed by the United States, Anthony Blinken, Defense Secretary, coming out and warning the G7 just a couple hours ago to prepare for war in the Middle East. Now, we had heard these warnings earlier. We've been hearing that this has been building over the past couple days, but now they're saying this is going to be officially launching here very soon. And again, they're saying evacuate the area. The United States, the UK, various nations saying to get out while you can. Tensions are high, it says. It says on Saturday, August the 3rd, 2024, the UK government issued a stark warning urging its nationals to leave Lebanon immediately, highlighting the precarious nature of the security situation in the region. British Foreign Secretary David Lammy addressed the urgency, stating tensions are high and the situation could deteriorate very rapidly. The Foreign Office emphasized its commitment to support British nationals by deploying additional consular and military personnel to assist in the exit process. Meanwhile, the United States Embassy in Beirut echoed this message by advising American citizens to book, quote, any ticket available, as commercial transportation options remain on the table despite increasing flight cancellations. And yes, I've been getting DMs and reports from people saying, yes, they are being canceled left and right. People are just simply trying to get whatever flight they can to get out of the area. The embassy underscored the importance of immediate action, urging citizens to prepare for possible emergency scenarios, including needing to shelter in place. The trigger for this tumultuous situation can be traced back to the assassinations of the Hezbollah and Hamas leader. This attributed to the state that we are currently in, stating that the Hamas leader was assassinated by a short-range projectile that was launched near his residence in Tehran. This assassination not only intensifies existing conflicts, but also left U.S., Egyptian, and Qatari mediators scrambling to salvage ongoing ceasefire negotiations that have been in place since the outbreak of the violence on October 7th of 2023. The hostilities ignited by the Hamas-led assault that resulted in significant casualties on both sides have since escalated dramatically, hence complicating efforts for a peace and resolution. And also, as we've heard reports coming in, Russia cargo planes are carrying weapons that are allegedly flying to Iran amid heightened tensions in the Middle East. Reports on August 4th, today, suggested constant Russian to Iran cargo flights with military hardware. However, neither Russian nor U.S. authorities are immediately reacting to the reports about these flights. Meanwhile, the U.S. is boosting military deployment in the Middle East to defend its ally Israel in case of an Iranian attack that could be coming. And again, I shared with you that we actually have Senate Joint Resolution 106 that is saying the United States is also preparing, when the Senate comes back from recess, to legally approve that we should defend ourselves, hold Iran accountable, and consider their threats for nuclear weapons and attacks, and essentially the United States preparing for a declaration of war, as well as we're hearing Israel has done. So things are without a doubt intensifying. We will see now if there is an official attack that starts coming from Iran. This is going to take it to a whole nother level. We're hearing this will be a multi-layered, multi-day attack. They're not exactly sure what Iran is planning, but they know that they are preparing at this time. Israel is getting ready to defend themselves. We're hearing the United States is positioning to help intercept some of the attacks, but we're hearing, again, multi-layer, multi-front, multi-day. So they're anticipating attacks from the north, from the south, from all over, all of the locations where the proxies might be, and the United States is coming to their side to try to aid them to help stop some of these missiles that are coming in. They're saying that it is very likely that if they do not have significant aid, that this could overwhelm the Iron Dome and cause major damage to Israel. This is unlike anything that they have experienced yet, receiving attacks from the nation of Iran. And also we're hearing Lebanon and all of these proxy groups simultaneously, all of them coming together, stacking up all around, surrounding Israel to attack them all at once. And the United States and other nations coming to prepare to be by their side. And the United States just a couple hours ago warning the G7 to prepare because the attacks could be coming as soon as within the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, like I said, we will see if that actually comes. This is what's being leaked out right now. We're hearing Anthony Blinken is warning other nations that it could be as soon as within the next day or two. I will keep you up to date. If it doesn't unfold, regardless, I will keep you up to date, let you know what's unfolding. And again, for those of you hopping on a little bit late, I see we've got 3,736 people live with me in the room. All of these articles linked in the description below, so that way you can go ahead and see it for yourself. Share these out. And again, if you know anybody that is in the Middle East areas, be sure to let them know that the United States is now saying get out immediately. It doesn't matter where you go. Just book the soonest flight out and just get out of the area, because they are saying that we are on the brink of war. It could be happening here within the next 24 to 48 hours. So I will keep you guys up to date. Do me a favor. As see, we've got 3,716 people in the room. Please hit the like button. It helps spread this out further. It looks like we've got 1,674 likes. Just 30 more, we could have 1,700. If I could get just some more likes, it helps spread this out. Also, subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. I will keep you up to speed on everything. Make sure you're staying subscribed. People getting unsubscribed every day. We're not sure why. Turn on the notifications so that way whenever anything happens right now, because Israel and the conflict with the Middle East and Iran is over on the other side of the world. When this happens, you will be notified when I go live, so that way you can get the latest updates. But you guys, that is what's taking place here. And Shell, thank you for the $5 super chat. Please pray for America, for Israel, and the entire world at this point. Only God can help us. Thank you for the updates. You are very welcome. And yes, if you are a praying individual, please pray for our nation, pray for Israel, pray for the conflict in the Middle East. And if you are a praying individual, put a 1 in the comments. That way I can see how many people are with me live right now that are praying individuals that will be saying prayers. I believe that prayer works, and we can push back some of the conflict. Maybe this can be de-escalated, and we can keep this from unfolding and just unraveling, which is right now what the entire world is preparing for at this time. We're hearing the United States issuing these warnings, Benjamin Netanyahu declaring that they are essentially at war with Iran and their axis of evil, just everyone is in preparation mode. We're going to be seeing what unfolds in the next 24 to 48 hours. I see Tina saying this is some serious stuff. Yes, and we've been hearing this for a while. Things have been escalating. It's been getting really intense. But now with the assassinations of the Hamas and Hezbollah leaders, we're hearing that it is going to be, there's going to be retaliation, and it could be all-out war, break out into a wider regional war, and some even suggesting this could enter us into World War III, as the United States is coming to the side of Israel, and we're hearing that Russia is coming to the aid of Iran, and various nations in that region all coming against Israel. So again, whatever unfolds, I will be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel, and say a prayer for our world, for our nation, for the Middle East. And like I always say here on the channel, don't be scared, be prepared, say prayer, and be ready for what is going on. I will keep you up to date with the information, so that way you know the latest and you can know what is unfolding. But you guys, we will see in the next 24 to 48 hours if there is an attack by Iran. And if there is, know that I will hop on immediately and I will get you caught up on the latest, let you know what is unfolding. So thank you so much for joining me. Say a prayer again, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.